unstoppable duo Alexa and Nadiia Kichenok. Thrill fans with epic win over Rakhimova and Kudermetova. What's next? The humid Guangzhou air carried a familiar tension, the kind that only comes when history is about to be made. Thousands of fans had packed into the stands of the 2025 Guangzhou Open, waving flags, chanting names, and waiting for what many predicted will be an explosive semi-final encounter. On one side of the net, the Russian powerhouse duo Veronika Kudermetova and Kamila Rakhimova, two players with heavy serves, laser-focused, aggression, and a reputation for punishing any weakness. On the other side stood the rising force shaking up the doubles world. Alexander Eala, the pride of the Philippines, and Nadiia Kichenok, Ukraine's seasoned warrior. No one expected the underdogs to make it this far, but Eala and Kichenok had been rewriting expectations all week. Match after match, comeback after comeback, fueled by belief, chemistry, and a fierce determination that transcended the scoreboard. The buzz in the air wasn't just excitement. It was anticipation of the impossible becoming possible, the chemistry of champions. At first glance, the partnership between Eala and Kichenok seemed like a strange experiment. Eala, just 20 years old, is an explosive singles talent, a fighter known for her booming forehand and relentless spirit. Kichenok, 32, has long been a double specialist with a calm poise of a player who's seen every kind of storm. But from their first practice session, something clicked. Kichenok's patience tempered Eala's fire. Eala's aggression reignited Kichenok's hunger. Together, they formed a rhythm that was both intuitive and electric, two different energies merging into one unstoppable flow. Tennis fans began calling them the power pair, and in Guangzhou, that name became prophecy. The match begins. The first serve cracked through the arena like thunder, Kudermetova's signature weapon. Within minutes, the Russians jumped ahead 3-1. Their raw pace and precision seemed too much to handle. Eala looked frustrated, pounding her racket against her shoe, but Kichenok leaned over, calm as ever. "Trust your shot," she whispered. "Let's make them feel our pressure." The very next game, Eala's intensity returned. She started aiming deeper, taking bolder returns, and hitting with the kind of fearlessness that only comes from pure belief. Each time Eala's forehand ripped through the baseline, the crowd gasped. Each time Kichenok intercepted a volley, the cheers grew louder. Slowly the tide began to turn, 4-4, 5-5. Then, after a grueling 12-minute game, Eala ripped a return winner that clipped the corner. The crowd erupted. The turning point as the first set drifted into a tiebreak. Tension filled the air like static before storm. Eala started the breaker with a booming ace down to T. Kichenok followed up with a backhand volley winner, but the Russians fought back fiercely, tying at 6-6. Then came the rally of the night. 28 blistering shots. Kudermetova at the baseline, Rakhimova charging forward, Eala scrambling wide then spinning around to unleash a cross-court forehand that screamed past both Russians and painted the line 7-6. Set point. The Filipina raised her fist, her eyes blazing with emotion. One more serve, one more breath, one more shot. Bang. Ace. Set. Eala and Kichenok. 7-6. The roar of the crowd could be heard all the way outside the stadium gates. The fire within. Between sets, Eala sat, still, towel draped over her shoulders. Eyes closed. The moment looked peaceful, but inside her heart raced. She knew this wasn't just another match. It was validation for everything she had worked for since childhood. Across from her, Kichenok sipped water, studying the Russian pair. They'll come harder now, she murmured. We answer with calm. We play smarter. Eala nodded. Let's finish this together. When the second set began, it was as if they were reading from the same playbook. Eala punished every short ball with laser-sharp forehands. Kichenok sliced through the air with her net play. Soft hands. Perfect anticipation. The Russians tried to shift their strategy, targeting Eala's backhand, mixing in drop shots, but the duo adapted instantly. Every rally seemed choreographed. Eala draw her opponents out wide. Chen closing in for the kill. 5-2, 1 game away. Match point madness. The stadium fell silent as Eala stepped up to serve for the match. First serve fault. A hush. She bounced the ball twice, steadied her breath, and launched a second serve wide. Kudermetova lunge, sending a deep return that Kichenok met. With a reflex volley, the rally began. Fast, furious, breathtaking. Then it happened. Eala darted forward, read the next shot perfectly, and flicked a running forehand that curled around the net post and kissed the sideline. The Russians froze. The crowd gasped. The umpire called it fair. Game, set, match. Eala and Kichenok win. 7-6, 6-2. The arena exploded in noise. Flags waving, phones flashing, fans on their feet. Eala screamed, tossing her racket skyward. Kichenok wrapped her in a tight embrace, both women laughing and crying. At once, emotions overflow. In the post-match interview, Ella's voice cracked as she tried to describe the moment. We didn't come here expecting to be perfect, she said. We just came to fight, and today we fought for every single point. Kichenok added softly, Alex has his fire. It's contagious. We believed in each other, and that belief carried us through the heart of a nation. As a night settled over the city, social media in the Philippines lit up like a festival. Filipino fans flooded comment sections with proud tears and emojis of the national flag. From Manila to Cebu, watch parties buzzed, schools replayed, clips, even government officials joined in celebrating the win. In a small tennis academy in Quezon City, young players gathered around the phone, shouting in joy as Ella's final winner flashed across the screen. One little girl whispered, "That's who I want to be." That's what makes Eala's journey so profound. It's not just about medals. It's about inspiration, reflections under the lights. Later that night, long after crowd had left and the stadium lights dimmed, Eala and Kichenok returned to the empty court. They sat on the baseline, rackets beside them, just breathing in the silence. Do you think we can win it all? Eala asked quietly. Kichenok looked up at the dark sky and smiled. I don't think, she said. I know. For a few moments, neither spoke. The sound of night filled the space. The faint hum of the city, the whisper of wind through the stands. They stood, shared a nod, and walked off together. Two warriors preparing for one final battle. Epilogue, the legacy in motion. The story of Alex, Eala, and Nadiia. Kichenok isn't just about a tennis match. It's about the spirit of resilience. It's about crossing borders, blending generations, and proving that teamwork can turn ordinary moments into eternal ones. Their victory over Rakhimova and Kudermetova will be remembered not only for its scoreline, but for its heart, for the way they fought, smiled, and lifted each other up when the odds seemed impossible. So what's next? The finals, the roar, the chance to etch their names into the history books forever. But beyond the trophies, one truth remains clear. The unstoppable duo has arrived, and the world of tennis will never look the same again. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like, and share.